So 11-2 is about subtracting on an open number line. You guys know that number lines are one of my favorite ways to do subtraction. So I'm going to show you two different ways to use a number line to subtract. That's what you're going to be expected to do when you're answering some of your questions. So let's read the question. There are 224 girls and some boys in a parade. There are 471 children in the parade. How many boys are in the parade? And use the open number line to solve your problem and show your work. So we already know how many girls there are, and we know in total how many children there are. So that's four. Let me get my pen. That's 471 students in all. That's my whole number. I have 224 girls, and I'm not sure how many boys I have. So remember, part, whole, part, whole. When I'm missing a part, I need to subtract. So we are going to subtract on the number line. So what I need to subtract is 471 minus 224 to solve my answer. When we are just doing a normal subtracting on a number line, we always put the biggest number on the right side. When you subtract, you gotta go back. So that's what we're gonna do. We did this with just tens and ones. All we're doing now is adding in our hundreds. I am at 471. I need to start with my fatty daddy hundreds. I have 200, so I'm going to go minus 100. And now I'm at 371. And I'm going to do minus one more 100. Make sure you are always labeling the top and the bottom nice and neat. So if I was at 437, I subtracted 100, I'm at 371. Now I'm at 271, and I'm done with my hundreds. Now I need to jump back my tens. I have 2 tens. So instead of just jumping back minus 10, I'm going to do it in one jump. So I'm going to do minus 20 because that's how many I have all together, minus 20. If I have 7 tens and I take 2 tens away, how many tens will I have now? 5. So I'm now at 251. 251, and my tens are done. The last thing I have to do is my itty bitty baby ones. I need to jump back 4 ones. Now when I look at the ones that I have, I have 1 1 to jump. Then I'm going to start getting into all my other numbers. So what I suggest is you do each one individually. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and I go off the line, but that's okay, minus 1. So now here I'm going to be at 250 because I take away 1. What would go right before 250? 249, 248, and I would land on 247. 247. So my answer would be 247. Now I need to double check. Did I jump back 224? I jumped back 1, 200, perfect. 20 for my tens, and then 4 ones. Now, if Ms. Leibowitz is asking you, how can you check your answer? What would you do to check your answer? Right. I would add this number and this number together, because the opposite of subtracting is adding. I would add these two numbers together and see if I got 471. So you could do that, but there's also another way that you can use a number line to, I don't want to erase all of it, let's just erase the number line. There's also another way you could use the number line. Instead of going back, we can go up. So this one we did, you remember counting up on the number line, adding to find your subtraction number. We're gonna do that too. Now, if you don't like this way, that's fine, but I want you to know how to do it. So originally we just started at 471 and went back 224 to see where we got. Now, I'm still gonna start my number, 471. I'm still gonna write that down here. And I'm going to start with 224. That's my smallest number, so I'm going to put that down here, 224, 224. Now, I am going to add up to subtract. So remember, when we are adding up to subtract, we're starting with our small number right here, and we're jumping up until we get to our end number. And how many ever we jumped is going to be our answer. So let's start. If I'm at 224 and I jump forward 100 plus 100, where am I going to be at now? 324. I'm at 324. I need to get to 474. So I still need to add another 100. So I'm getting closer, but I'm not there yet. 100. I'm going to add one more 100. Now I'm at 424. If I made another hundreds jump, I would be at 524, which would be over my end. My X marks the spot, right? So now I'm done with my hundreds. I can't jump more than 200. So now I need to start jumping my tens. I need to get to a 7, but I'm at a 2. How many more jumps would I need to get? Let's start with 2 and see where we go. If I do plus 20, 2 tens plus 20, now I'm at 444. Am I where I need to be yet? Nope. I still need to get to 70 and I'm at 40. So if I add 2 more, I'm just going to try 2 more. Let's add another 2 tens, which is 20. 2 more tens. Now I'm at 464. Let's see. Now I jumped 20, I jumped another 20, now I'm at 464. I need to be at 471. I'm close. If I jumped one more 10, I would actually be at 474, which is way, not way, but it's off. It's too much past my number I need to get to. I would be at 74 and I need to be at 71. So I'm just going to start jumping individual ones. What you could do now is I could start at 64 and I could count until I get to 71. So let's do that. 464, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. So that was actually 7. So that is only 7 away. And now I'm at my number 471. But that's not my answer. My answer is not 471, because sometimes that's where you guys want to give me that answer. Your answer is not 471. Your answer is how many you jumped. So let's see. I jumped 100, 200, so that's 200. And I jumped 20 and 20, so 200 plus 20 plus 20 plus 7. So what's my answer? How many did I jump? I started here and I jumped until I got here. How many did I get? 247, which was the same answer that we had before. So there are 2 different ways that you can use a number line. You can start at 471 and jump back this number, and where you land is your answer. I can start at 471, jump back 224, and land on my answer. Or I can count up to get to my answer. I can start with my little number, 224, jump and make a few guesses and jump until I get to my big number, and how many ever I jumped would be my answer. Okay? We did this with 2 digits. This is just a little bit different doing it with the hundreds. Whichever way you feel more comfortable is the way that I want you to do it. But I just wanted you to see that there are 2 separate ways that you could use a number line to subtract.